Good evening. I'd first like to thank the commissioners for today's earlier LGBTQIA proclamation recognizing June as Pride Month in St. Mary's County. There are many in the community who don't agree with the proclamation or don't think it's necessary, but that's what makes it necessary. I also would like to recognize the work that goes into achieving a balanced budget, so I'd like to thank the commissioners and the county staff for their efforts during the process. I tried to understand the logic of presenting the idea to fund turf fields. It seems like more of a long-term project, not something that happens instantly. Then I thought about the discussion around YMCA funding. This board agreed to revise the funding for YMCA to accurately reflect the cost attributed to surveys and engineering. The decision was made to ensure that proper funding was built into the budget for this long-term project, with talk of various planning stages to come. Why wouldn't turf fields be treated in the same manner? I also spent some time thinking about the back and forth over the budget. First, revenue projections were too low, then they were raised. Later, I heard that revenue projections aren't assured and that we can't count on them. If that's true, why did you agree to raise them? Earlier this month, Commissioner Colvin shared some information from a Standard & Poor's review of the county finances. The report referenced, quote, the county's strong financial position primarily due to a durable local economy. So I ask now, which is it? Are we bracing for COVID economic fallout, or is our economy strong? Over the past 5 months, I've watched as this board has ignored feedback from its constituents. A few months ago, I heard Commissioner Guy remark that no one supported or wanted HB 655. But out of 50 testimony submissions from across the state, only 16 were against HB 655. Of those 16, all but one were from elected officials or their representatives. Maybe it's these officials who don't want HB 655. Many people spoke in favor of a balanced redistricting board. What we got instead was a delay of the process and no real recognition from the commissioners that they were committed to producing a fair redistricting board. I am still in favor of this idea, as are others. Will we get a commitment from you to appoint 2 Democrats, 2 Republicans, and 1 independent in this board? That remains to be seen. I remember one of you mentioning the thousands of emails that came in about the budget. At a nearly 4-hour public forum, many community members, including students, spoke. I didn't hear any of those speakers raise turf fields as a budget priority. I feel safe in assuming that the thousands of emails you received probably didn't list turf fields as a priority either. When officials are elected at large, they have access to a greater number of votes and a broader voting base. Being elected by district would make those officials directly responsible for that district and for those constituents. If that were the case, maybe it wouldn't be as easy to ignore constituents when they get involved. Thank you.